All right, y'all, man. We got EW body cams. Ooh, what a predator gets caught in the act. Okay, man. I love when the predators get caught, bro. It's just great. It's really taking shit off the street, if you know what I'm saying.
In that race
Trash off
that
the
she
street.
forced me to drink the alcohol and tobacco, and that's when she started touching me.
Damn,
La niña quería,
the damn
dijo,
fucking
la niña quería que lo
thing going
hiciera.
off in the background.
Le dije, no es cierto,
Got a
es una
switch on
niña,
it.
tú eres una adulta.
How old was she?
11.
What the?
When a woman notices her sister is nowhere to be found after a house party, a light on in the bathroom tells her something isn't right. But when she finally makes it inside, the scene leaves her and police reeling.
Touch her.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now.
All right.
Around 4:30 a.m. on March 22, 2020, officers in Albuquerque, New Mexico were dispatched to a local home after receiving a report about child abuse. Once they arrive, they're immediately met by the victim's older sister, Claudia, whose name has been changed to protect her identity.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you call us?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how can I help you?
We were asleep, and I had a friend staying here. She's like 30 years old.
Okay.
Apparently, she woke up my sister. She's 11 years old.
Okay.
And she took her to the restroom and tried to do something to her.
Claudia explained she was having a party at her home that evening with a few friends when she discovered one of those friends in the bathroom with her little sister Mila, whose name has also been changed. One officer takes Mila into a back bedroom to ask her what happened, and what she says can only be described as a waking nightmare.
I know you're scared. The ambulance is going to come check you out. Just tell me what happened, okay?
So, I was asleep.
Okay.
The woman,
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
Okay.
She woke me up, and she took me to the restroom.
This one?
Yes, right there.
Okay.
She gave me alcohol, and she gave me tobacco. I don't know what she did.
Did she like force it?
Or yes.
The woman Mila is describing as 28-year-old Jamie Sandoval Gonzalez. She'd been planning on spending the night, but Claudia kicked her out once she discovered her in the bathroom.
And that's when she started touching me.
Mila's story is gut-wrenching, but as she continues, it's clear that she has yet to describe the worst of her horrific experience.
She got naked too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She didn't take off her pants or anything, but she just took off.
So she was planning to get her drunk to rape her. That is nuts. Life in prison.
Her shirt and her bra.
Mila goes on to explain that she has no idea how long she was in that bathroom, but eventually her sister came to her rescue.
So I woke up and I saw the light of this restroom on. So I started knocking
Shot to the sister, right?
and I heard the shower thing on. So I'm like, who's it? She's like, it's me. And then I heard my sister there. I'm using the restroom, hold on.
Your sister said, this little one said she used the restroom.
Yeah. And then I opened it with the keys, and she wouldn't let me, the older one. Then I'm like, open the door, I need to go in there. What are you guys doing? I opened the door, and my sister was sitting on the toilet. And I saw she was wearing red lipstick, the lady. So I saw my sister full of red lipstick all over her face. So I'm like, are you kissing her or what's going on? And my sister wouldn't tell me nothing. She was like in shock. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing here? She's like, she made me come into the restroom. No, and I told her off. I'm like, why did you do this? She's a little girl. You have kids too. Because she has two boys. And I'm like, what are you thinking? And I kicked her out.
So you didn't see anything else, you just saw the marks on her face?
On her face, yeah. And she was using the restroom. So the moment she cleaned herself, the paper was full of red lipstick.
yeah. Man,
So I guess she was doing.
Okay, where's that paper at? Where's the toilet paper at?
And put it on the toilet because I flushed it.
You flushed it?
Oh, you
think.
flushed the evidence.
Claudia wasn't the only one who witnessed the aftermath of Jamie's assault on Mila. A couple other friends were also staying the night and witnessed Claudia's
Tampering with
discovery and
evidence.
chaotic aftermath.
Yeah.
One friend was standing nearby and describes Jamie's attitude.
Y la Jamie, ella ¿qué te dijo?
Ella dijo, la niña quería. Dijo, la niña quería que lo hiciera. Le dije, no es cierto, es una niña. Tú eres una adulta.
Jamie had been driven to the party by Claudia and her brother, so she left on foot. But where she is now is anyone's guess. After she was gone, Claudia's attention immediately turned to her sister.
Oh, my sister, she better get out of the house and then shower.
You showered?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Just to get rid of the smell, or?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
My first reaction, she couldn't talk. She was crying, and my first reaction was, take off your clothes, let me get you in the shower. Because when I saw she was using the restroom, she had a piece of toilet paper in her hands full of red lipstick. Like Jamie was starting to kiss her down her body.
Officers want to learn how Jamie even ended up at the party, and it turns out
please.
she and Claudia aren't close. They'd known each other when they were younger and only reconnected recently.
How long have you known Jamie?
You're trying to grape for a freaking kid, bro? What the hell?
No, her sister and her mom.
Okay, how did since you're not that close to her, never, how did she come over here?
I opened Facebook like a week ago, and we add each other, and we started, hey, what's up? And we started talking like 2 days ago, and then I invited her to the house. She was gonna spend the night here.
Mila was also just spending the night, and her mom left.
Wow, so let her get a place to sleep, or you're letting her sleep in your house. I'm saying the same thing, but in a better way, sorry. But you're letting her sleep at your house for free. What a great human, and then she tries to try to grape her daughter.
Just shortly before she was brought into the bathroom. Her mom is called back to the house, and EMS arrives to examine her.
So, hey, hi. This person gave her alcohol and made her smoke tobacco. Talking to her, she does kind of seem like buzzed. Yeah.
How are you feeling? I'm okay. I'm a bit nervous. That's all.
Meanwhile, a bolo is put out for Jamie. Soon, Mila and Claudia's mother arrives
Get the
and gives
bolo!
consent to take Mila for a sexual assault exam.
Ooh,
But before they can leave,
that's not good.
officers get word that a woman matching Jamie's description
It's a stripper. No, it's Jamie.
Hey, I'm Officer Reynoso with the Albuquerque Police Department.
Oh,
Hey, what's your
shit.
social real quick?
I don't know.
So
Where were you born?
Selling
I'm
pop.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua? Oh, okay. You have a driver's license?
No.
No? Okay.
So why did you just tell him a different name than what you told us?
Well, that one's my first name, and I'm always just Arely.
Arely. What's your full name?
Jamie Arely. Sandoval.
So I'm gonna let you know right now, when somebody in a uniform like this asks you what your name is, we want your true first name and your true last name.
Okay.
Okay? We don't deal with middle names. We want first and last name. Okay? The one that's gonna be on the
No
ID.
nickname and shit.
That one.
Nah, mine is.
How'd you get over here?
So I'm in the party with
Oh,
my
Jim.
friends.
A little problem.
The one of the little girl.
Uh-huh.
She say I'm trying to touch her.
Okay, and why would the little child say that?
Because, well, all the night she's talking to me,
Uh-huh.
and I know she's so drunk. But she don't want me to talk to anyone.
But how old was she?
11 years.
Oh.
And
You
I'm
got
just
drunk?
staying with her brother.
Jamie admits to having sex with Claudia and Mila's older brother earlier in the evening. This was prior to assaulting Mila. However, that assault her
Her brother. 11 years. And I'm just staying with her brother.
Jamie admits to having sex with Claudia and Mila's older brother earlier in the evening. This
So
was
she was trying to bang the whole family. Like, she was banging the older brother, and then she was going for the younger sister that's 11 years old. She needs person, and she's freaky. She is freaky. She's a freaky monster. You know, she's a freak monster, bro. Like, what type of freakiness is this? You're banging the whole family.
prior
bro?
to assaulting Mila. However, that assault
None but incest.
isn't the only reason she's being detained.
Did you know you had 4 misdemeanor warrants? You did?
Jamie is wanted for 4 separate traffic-related warrants, all from a few years prior. She's arrested for those warrants as well as criminal in the first degree
God.
and transported to the prisoner
Bro, I threw up a long ball and I'm always right. Bro, I'm always right with everything. Look at it.
as well as criminal in the first degree and
Prostitute. I was like, oh, it was a...
transported to the prisoner transport center before being booked into jail.
Freaky.
However, this story is
Gotta
far
be
from
freaky
over.
to do that.
At her assault exam, Mila repeats what she remembers, but with the added detail that Jamie had grabbed her by the neck. In a later interview, the nurse who examined her discusses her findings with Jamie's lawyer.
I found sun marks in her neck, on the frontal area on the right side of her neck.
Did you photograph those marks?
Oh, that's the lawyer.
Yes.
You did? Okay.
The nurse also took numerous swabs and a blood sample, which show Mila's blood alcohol content was 0.06%. Jamie ultimately faces 4 charges for her assault on Mila, 2 for criminal in the first degree, as well as false imprisonment and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. However, the prosecution later drops all but the criminal charges. Jamie pleads not guilty, and the case is set to go to trial. However, by the time pre-trial
Which is stupid. Which is dumb. Sorry, I didn't mean to speed it up. What do you mean you're going to drop heavy charges like that? You don't get to do that.
interviews are being conducted, Mila is 15, and she remembers things differently now.
I was
4 years later. Wow.
for alcohol.
Okay. How much alcohol did you drink?
A lot for my age.
Were you drinking beer or was it something else?
It was tequila.
Okay.
Yeah, because I finished the rest of a bottle that they had left there in the fridge.
Okay.
And well, there was people getting it, so there was just a bunch of alcohol everywhere. So I was just drinking whatever I could, basically.
She explains that she'd been hiding in that hallway, away from the crowd of people, when Jamie finished having sex with her brother.
That's when she walked out of the room, and I was in the hallway because I wasn't trying to get seen by my sister or anybody that was gonna get me in trouble. So then she was like, oh my goodness. And that's when she took me to the restroom and she was telling me how great her was. And I mean, I thought she was just gonna tell me how great it was and get over it. But no, she just started kissing me.
On the stand, however, Jamie denies everything. Her story is markedly different from Mila's, which she tells in court with the help of an interpreter.
So how long had you been in the bathroom before walked in?
So I think maybe about a minute after I'd gone in, because I hadn't locked the door since I wasn't using the bathroom. I was just trying to fix myself up.
While she was fixing herself up, she claimed she took a piece of toilet paper to blot her red lipstick, which ended up being the piece of toilet paper Claudia saw and assumed Mila had
We gotta go through the septic tank and get it.
used to wipe herself. That's when Mila came into the bathroom.
So did not
a little bit, and she said, I heard what you did with my brother, and then she came in.
What did you tell her?
It was just embarrassing, so we both laughed, and I said, how embarrassing that you heard that.
What happened after that?
Well, she stayed in the bathroom. She was leaning on the door, and I kept fixing my hair.
That.
Stepsister?
What happened afterwards?
When she lunged at me, she said that she wanted me to give her an... And since she was so drunk, she fell to the floor, and that's when... And it was a loud thud, and that's when... And the others came in, or when tried to come in.
Jamie insists that neither of their clothing was ever off, and she never touched Mila. The discrepancies are vast, and Jamie's defense attorney focuses on them in his closing argument.
What happened in this case is the story changed. When you say something different, it's not that you are forgetting, it's that you are now fabricating. Now you're lying. I do believe that is a victim, but I don't think she's a victim of anything that my client did. I think she's a victim of the way she's being raised and the things that she's allowed to be a part of. She, we know, cannot give consent. We know that, but that's not the issue here.
I think 2 things could be true.
There was no act. She's just not telling the truth.
The prosecution, on the other hand, asserts that
We'll see by the sexual kit or whatever. I think two things can be true. I think, yes, I think her home life maybe isn't the best. She out here drinking and stuff. But I think also that still could have happened.
memory degrades and changes over time. And in this battle of she said, the one thing that can't be disputed is the evidence. The results of
what you call it, people lie, or men lie, women lie, people lie, but evidence, hardcore evidence, videos, tape recordings, DNA, it does not lie.
the swabs taken during Mila's exam tell the truth. Jamie's DNA was found on Mila's area, despite her having showered that night. And while no testing was done to determine whether that DNA got there from touch or saliva, the prosecution is clear. Her DNA shouldn't be there at all.
Very disturbed that defense got up here and said that is a victim of how she was raised. No, she's a victim of what she did to her. She was a victim of being put in that bathroom, being assaulted by the defendant. But let's go put the blame on the rest of the family. Okay, so we're going to say nothing happened because of little tiny inconsistencies that have no bearing in this case? No. What the issue is what she did to her. Not a victim of her family situation.
Like, I don't think this is the time and place to bring up how the family is. It's time and a place to bring up this actual situation. Lawyer.
That is disgusting to even bring that up. She is a victim of assault by the hands of this defendant. She can sit there and smile all she wants. She knows.
She is.
The jury is sent to deliberate, but return deadlocked the next day. The judge declares a mistrial with the caveat that the prosecution has the right to try Jamie again, which they do. In 2025, Jamie is found guilty on both counts of criminal of a child under 13. She's sentenced to 18 years on both counts to be served concurrently. The sentence is mitigated to 15 years due to her age and lack of criminal record.
Damn. All right, great video, man. Had a pretty decent conclusion. That they need to change that damn alarm battery. Yeah, bro. Okay, I watched a video. Don't watch my other video on the other channel. What you call it? I think it's literally EX Willis. It's extra Willis. Watch it over there. Oh, it's called Smoke Detector. They called it the African chirping bird or something, ceiling bird, bro. It just popped back in my brain because I watched that, because I remember it was like, I think I reacted to it no less than 2 weeks ago. I swear to every predator tries to blame the child for coming onto them. It's weird. Yeah, she has 2 kids herself. Someone needs to be investigated. Yep, she's banging her fucking brother. Isn't that weird? Am I tripping about that? Great reminder that predators ain't always men. Be careful you bring around. Yeah, it's normally, if that happens, even if it's men, like, especially for like the trafficking and stuff, a lot of women, I'm not trying to be rude, but a lot of women they come in, they kind of loot them, or they bring them in, you know what I'm saying? If you can just think of one little thing, just think of 2 people and be like, oh, if you put 2 and 2 together, it equals 4. Yeah, do the math for me, if you know. She's lucky she didn't end up dead in that bathroom, because all family wouldn't just call cops. Yeah. First jury should be ashamed. Her DNA was on her private. Facts. I hate when predators try to blame the child for wanting to be abused. Facts. Let me know what you think about this. This was a great video, man. I'm glad she's in jail, at least not just like, oh, 2 years, sir. Shut up. We ain't trying to hear all that. Hit the like, sub up over here. Comment down below what you think. I think I prefer, if you know me, I prefer something else for pedophiles, but it is what it is.